Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, Ultra Maximus back with another Transformers review. This time we're taking a look at another third-party figure, and it's the last, well, it's actually the first figure, but the last one I will be reviewing of the Impossible Toys TRNS Transitional Robot Neural Soldiers Tetra Squadron TS-01 Banshee, aka not Starscream. So finally we have gotten through all 7 of the Tetra Squadron figures from Impossible Toys, and I thought I would stop with the leader of the Seekers. So Starscream is definitely 100%, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people's favorite of the Seekers. I mean, he is the quintessential double-dealing bad guy. Just double-crossing, so wormy, so conniving, you gotta love him. And it's really cool to see him in his original G1 Tetra Jet mode. So this is the first time we've seen this in this series of toys. Now, Impossible Toys, unfortunately, a defunct toy company now, they had a lot of quality issues. They were renowned for it. But the reason I got this set, as I've said in the other videos, is I watched a video about a year ago from Vangelis who was literally throwing these toys around. So that got me thinking, well, maybe they finally listened and changed their development, changed their engineering, and started putting out quality toys. So I thought I'd go ahead and check them out. And I've been pretty impressed throughout the series. So we'll take a look at aka Starscream, or not Starscream, slash Banshee here, and we'll see what we think. So let's look at his box. We'll get him out and look at the robot and the Tetra Jet mode. So the box is exactly the same. This one looks really nice because you got that bright red on the robot and the jet and the blue. Just very Transformers. Old school Decepticon colors and design up here on the TRNS, and then we also have the really nice G1 style little brand down there with the name and the number. Also have the Impossible Toys logo, robot, Tetra Jet, really cool G1 grid in the background. Here is the bottom of the package. Again, we've got this really cool kind of space motif that wraps around the entire packaging, which I do appreciate. So there's the top of the package. Side of the package has a picture of the robot, just like all of the others. And then here is the write-up on the Tetra Squadron. So if you want to pause and read, you may. And here is paragraph 2. If you want to pause and read, you may. Here's a wide shot of the back of the package. Again, same as the rest. Picture of the robot, bio, and motto. We'll come up here. Here is his motto, which is really nice. There is the first paragraph. If you want to pause and read, you may. Here is paragraph 2. If you want to pause and read, you may. And the cool thing I like about Banshee is, you know, I can see Starscream, Banshee screams. Sure, I get that. That makes sense, unlike you know, the Skywarp and Thundercracker characters. Not sure where those came from. Don't know how you get Prankster out of Skywarp, but is what it is. Let's get this guy out of package and see what we think of the robot mode. Alright, so here we have Banshee out of package, and wow, it looks really, really nice. I gotta say, this is one of my favorites. This is definitely in the top 3. I really don't know which one I like best, to be honest. I don't know if it's Prankster, or if it's Booster, or if it's this guy. I'm actually going to probably say it's Prankster. The color scheme on him was so well done. And the only reason I even say that is because the red on this, and I don't know how well it shows up on video, but the red is just a little bit faded. The blue is perfect. I like the gray. It looks good. The yellow's nice. I love the yellow paint picks down here on his knees. That looks really, really cool. It's just that red is just a bit faded. Other than that, I mean, he looks good as far as paint goes. Now, he is exactly the same as all of the other figures. You just had a mod on the heads for the cone heads. Other than that, they're all repaints. I like the silver on his chest there. He's got the yellow little spots there on his vents, which looks really nice. Articulation is the same. Head spins back and forth. He does have a joint here in the shoulders. He's got his elbows. The wrists do move in and out a little bit, but that's for transformation. He does have some joints on his knees. His waist looks a little bit long, and I can never decide if that's because it is elongated or if it is actually that giant cockpit going on there. I'm not really sure. He also has joints in his knees and in his feet as well, but the feet, again, really more so for transformation. Here's a side view of the guy. Again, he's just got some jet kibble hanging off the back. And the feet, I mean, he stands really well. Once you get these things set proper, you can pose those heel spurs and get a really good, solid standing figure. Now, the nice thing is he does have the blue turbine right there, although I wish they would have painted those blue as well, or maybe silver. That would have been kind of cool. But is what it is, I guess. So let's get this guy in comparison to a classics version of him. So let's zoom out a little. You can see both. So there are both figures. This is the original Starscream Classics figure. There were two. This is the original one that came out, the very first Classic Seeker mold, which is really nice. I love this figure. But they also did one that was more of a G1 color scheme, and you know, I passed on it and kind of regret I did. This one's darker. It's got more dark gray and silver on him. The jet mode has a different paint deco than the G1 Starscream, and this was kind of supposed to be an updated version of him, which it does a really good job, and I really, really do like it. Looking at the two figures, you can tell they did a really good job in getting that classic Starscream look to him. The blue feet, the yellow on the knees on both sides, we got the silver on the chest, yellow cockpits, we get the red waist, the lower blue forearms. Now, what I wish they would have done, and they didn't, if you look, we've got the red bars on his shoulders here. There is molding for that, but they didn't paint it in, and that would have been a nice touch to put that on there for sure. Now, I will say the red on this one is better than this. It is darker, deeper, more rich. But the blue is a little bit too dark on this. I like the lighter blue on this a lot better for sure. So let's get this guy in his Tetrajet mode and see what we think about that. Alright, so here we have Banshee in his Tetrajet mode, and it does look good. I just, as I've said before, love the design. I love the swoop on the arc there. It just really sings the G1 Tetrajet that we saw in the first episode of the Transformers, and that we saw in the Rainmakers with like Acid Storm and the others that Shockwave would always deploy out to go after whoever was left on Cybertron. And it's just really, really nice. It's really good. It's very clean. I do like the gray color, and they get the dark gray paint apps on here. But yeah, overall, it looks really, really nice. They did a good job with it. And, you know, after you've transformed 7 of these things, the process gets a lot easier. Here's the back of it. Again, we've got the blue turbine, which is very nice. And the gray really shows off a lot of the molded details. Now, much like the others, again, I got to say, watch out for these little black guns, these little itty-bitty black guns. Those do not move. They are molded on, and they could break off easy, but I will say that during the transformation, you really don't have that much of an issue with it. Also, watch out for the landing gear. Those are also very, very thin and could easily snap, so don't use a lot of pressure with them. Transformation on this guy is exactly like the others. Basically, you want to pull this whole shell piece off of his back, and then you're going to form the wing set, and then you're going to fold the robot down just like that. Underneath, make sure that you're getting the kneecaps over this piece right here. That will enable you to get the shell over and clamp back on there, so that's where it pops off. If you try to transform it with the wings on there, you're just not going to have a lot of luck. I'm going to tell you that right now. And the instructions are not very good. You just kind of have to figure it out yourself. So let's look at Starscream and Banshee together as a comparison. And they look pretty good. I will say that I do like the G1 deco of this figure a lot better than I do this one. I think they replaced that black bit right there that goes to the back of Starscream's head. I'm not really sure. But, yeah, I mean, it gets it down, I suppose. We've got the blue nose cone that we see in G1 Starscream. Now, we don't see any of the red on the wings. They just kind of come up here. That matches the sides right there, and that's really about it. So let's compare Banshee with all of the G1 Tetra Seekers. Alright, and here we finally have all 7 of the Tetra Jet Squadron, and it looks good. They look fantastic as a set, I do have to say. But my favorites by far, I think, are the Booster, Prankster, the Smash Ore, you know, Solar Blast. Those guys, the paint on those are just so awesome. They pop out so well. They just look really, really nice. Of course, you gotta like Starscream. He is really good. But definitely the Dirge figure here, he is the weakest of the group, and Thundercracker's a little plain Jane as well. But you gotta have them all to complete the set. They definitely look good in this mode, and they're definitely going on display in this mode. And I may put them right next to my G1 Classics Seeker set on the shelf. I think that would look really, really nice. So there they are. They are available at Big Bad Toy Store and TF Source for about $140 still for an entire set of 7. Some figures are available separately for about $20, $25. Starscream at the time of this recording was sold out, and you kind of have to find these at either store if you're lucky. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like this series. I was definitely impressed with the you know, upgrade of Impossible Toys figures. It's a shame they went out of business, but you know, too little, too late. So if you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. Definitely subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate it. Share my videos. And as always, look for more videos in the future.